Hey everybody, welcome to our Christmas special.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
10:30 in the morning, what the hell? This could be a very messy video.
Yeah.
Prosecco.
Prosecco. Now, Riz, you're making a Christmas...
I'm making a Christmas
roast.
roast. Yes, I'm doing more of a chicken type roast that anyone that listened to Animal Nation, which you should, hopefully we'll put a link up.
Yes.
Great podcast. We spoke about it. And I think there's a picture up on our Facebook page. But that's what we're making. It's super easy. And I'm going to do a rice paper crispy layer on it as well, just for something special. So that's what we're doing. That, and it's 10:20 and we're drinking.
Big day today. We're going to be roasting.
We're going to be roasting. We've got a couple of little helpers.
Yes. Yeah,
Fairy and Baby. And we'll see how it goes.
All right.
So stay tuned.
All right.
Okie doke. I'm actually going to be using my Thermomix.
Here she goes, showing off again.
I need to get value for money out of it. You can do this by hand. You can do this in your food processor. Seriously, I'm just finding this easier, but more often than not, I do it by hand. In here, I have 2 cups of Vital Wheat gluten flour, which we have spoken about, but if you don't know about it, it's really important that you use Vital gluten wheat flour, which you can buy fresh Australian online at Organic Buyers Group, highly recommend, and you can buy it in shops as well. Also in there is a 1/4 cup of yeast flakes, a 1/4 cup of chickpea flour, then a tablespoon of onion powder, 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder, about a teaspoon of sage, and what else did I put in, Jules? And I put in about half a tablespoon of Marcel chicken salt. So all the Marcel
And white pepper.
and all the Marcel. A lot of stocks are vegan. Just check they don't. Yeah. So put that in.
So that's just your dry
So
ingredients.
it's dry ingredients. You might want to come in. So that's sort of looks like that.
Let's have a look.
And as I said, you can do this in food presser.
Right. All chucked in. Lovely.
Yep, all chucked in. Beautiful.
Now you add your wet.
Yeah, no, I haven't put any salt in that because the Marcel is pretty salty. In here, I've got about 1.5 cups of just tap water, about a tablespoon of olive oil, and what I've used is some chicken seasoning. And check them out. A lot of them are vegan as well.
That's just your Master Foods, yeah.
Master Foods one, and just put a little bit of that in there, just for some extra flavour.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here and show you what it should look like. Sometimes, I don't know whether it's a weather or what the hell it is, or your measuring might be off. You might need a little bit more fluid. So we'll put this in. I'm just going to mix this. So we might turn off for a minute and I'll mix it so you know what it looks like. You can do this, as I said, by hand. You do not have to do it in the food processor. But I've got to say, you do get a better bind in a food processor.
All right, so we don't want to hear the noise and we'll just come back.
We'll come back. Okay, so I've just literally mixed that on because it's very fast, so that it's like that. That's what you're wanting. That sort of consistency.
That consistency.
This is prior to kneading it.
Right.
Now, I'm lucky because this beautiful machine kneads, so I'm going to knead that 4 minutes because I can, but trust me, if I was doing it by hand, I'd be lucky if I kneaded it for
If you knead it by hand, would you say a good minute?
A minute would be good, and I'll show you want it to be elastic but not pulling apart, just because it just gives a nicer texture.
Yeah,
so
but you can over knead.
You can over knead, so once you... so I'll show you what this looks like once we've done it, and once again we'll turn off because it's noisy. Okay, so this is after a couple of minutes of kneading in the Thermomix, or as I said before, you can do it yourself. And this is sort of what we're looking for. It's quite moist, but not too moist. If you make it too moist, it'll fall apart. So all I'm going to do now is just sort of fashion it into the shape of that it's going to be easy to slice.
Yeah.
Okay, so squash it out a little bit. It will expand.
Yeah.
Right, so what we're going to do now is pop it into some boiling water. In the water is, might be good if you came over maybe, Jules.
Yeah, I will. No, and so this is the stock, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is what you're going to be boiling the seitan in.
Yes.
Right.
So have a look. So in there we've got, as you can see, it's a fairly big pot. Probably about, you reckon about 500, maybe 400 mils of water. a really generous, maybe about 100 mils of white wine.
Yeah.
There's some sage and there's some thyme, and once again I've used some Marcel chicken, maybe about a tablespoon, a generous tablespoon.
Yeah.
That's going to go in there.
Nice. And notice the slow boil.
Yeah.
Nothing too fast.
40 minutes. At the 20-minute mark, turn it over.
Lid on?
No, lid off.
Lid off, and then you're going to flip it.
Yep.
Cool.
40 minutes. We'll be back in 40 minutes. Okay, so this is boiled for simmered for 40 minutes, and as you can see, it's formed a nice size roast to be put in the oven. So what I'm going to do now, Jules has kindly chopped up some onion, tomato and potato, and they've been salted and olive oiled.
I didn't olive oil them. Did
Oh
you?
no, we will.
Okay.
No, yeah, sorry, they will be olive oil.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put, this is a little bit of basting stuff that I've made up. Got a bit of water, probably about a tablespoon of olive oil, a little bit of wine, probably maybe 50 ml, and a little bit more of the chicken Marcel. I just like to put that on just to encourage more flavour as this is cooking. It's going into an oven of 180.
And you're going to just, you're going to pull that out and baste as we go?
Yeah, baste as we go. And what I'll do with this one is, so I'm just cut half a head of garlic. Sorry, I've cut a head of garlic in half, just to encourage more flavour, and I've put some fresh thyme on there.
It's really kind of rustic too.
Yeah, it's a bit like I'm trying to sort of replicate I guess a version of the lamb roast. Hey, you're helping, Arlo. And that's ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to pop a little bit of olive oil on it, and we'll pull it out, and I'll show you how you can put a rice paper skin on it if you wish to.
Beautiful.
We'll time it.
Now, Riz, it's going in the oven. How long overall are we going to be?
I reckon about an hour and a half.
Right, so keep
Yeah.
your basting and keep that hour and a half
Yeah.
in mind, and
Yeah.
just do maybe 3 bastes throughout
Yeah,
the
do the
roasting.
base, because I think it just keeps the seitan
Nice and
moist.
Yeah, beautiful.
You can't do too much basting.
Okay, cool.
Okay, this has been in about 20 minutes, starting to cook up, firm up a little bit. You don't want it to go too
Dry?
do you, Jules? Because it's just
No.
not as nice.
I know, and you want moist.
Yeah, so there you go. You can see what I've done there. I'm going to pop these back on, the heads of garlic. They're not even cooked. As they cook, you can squeeze them on.
Yeah.
And just give this see, they're starting to cook too. Give the potatoes, the tomatoes and onions a bit of a cook. Did we put olive oil in them in the end? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah. And that just goes back in the oven for another 20 minutes. We'll see how we're going then, and we might then do the skin depending on how cooked that is. But that's still really nice to touch.
And we've still got another, in total an hour and a half to
About
cook.
an hour.
So, 2 more bastes after that.
Okay, I've just pulled this out of the oven after 45 minutes because I'd like to show you how to do a rice paper skin. I'm going to just put another little sprinkle of the chicken flavouring, and in here we have boiled water, chicken Marcel and a little bit of olive oil. Just your run-of-the-mill rice paper that you can buy. I think you can get it in supermarkets now.
Yeah, you can.
I know in Safeways you can. I'm just putting that in there just so it, could have done that beforehand, couldn't I? So it just, you don't want it like super wet and sticky. A little bit longer. Now, while I'm waiting for that to go like that, what we could have done, and I'm not doing, but I'm doing it a different way, is prior to that going in the oven, you could have sliced that 3/4 of the way through and stuffed it.
So you haven't stuffed this, Riz?
No, I haven't, but I'm going to have the stuffing on the side. If you choose to do that, all I've done is put an onion, chop up an onion, some cranberries, some walnuts, some breadcrumbs. You may have your own favourite stuffing. I mean, everyone has their own favourite. Whatever, herbs, whatever.
Yeah.
Then stuffed it in there, not too much, and then just put the lid back on it. Because that's one way of doing it.
Cool.
I've chosen not to do that.
Cool.
Now,
That's nice and soft now?
Yep. All you do now is just...
It's like a big condom.
It does look like a big used condom. Sorry, that's a sex ed person in me coming in. Put that over.
Condom over the roast.
Put the condom over the roast. And then flip that over. It's hot.
And that gives you the crispy coating.
Gives you a bit of fun, I saw people doing this on what's that group? There's a group on that where people love their
Condoms?
where they love making seitan and they use this.
Oh, the Seitan Appreciation Society.
Yeah, and they actually put this on and then fry. Like if you
Oh.
want to get a crispy skin on fake chicken.
But we're just going to chuck it back.
But we're just going to. So that is just basically going to go back in the oven.
Yeah.
Back on the paper
Back
that
on the
was
paper
in,
you pulled it off on.
back
Yeah.
into the everything, and we're
Yeah.
going to cook that for probably another 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and
Right.
you'll see what that looks like when it comes out.
And are you going to baste that with the rice paper
Yes,
on it? Yeah.
yes.
So
Keep
continue
the
basting.
so that
Chuck it
just
back in
the
the
same
paper.
flavours.
Chuck
Yep.
it back in the veggies. Back in the oven.
back in the oven.
Easy.
Beautiful. Hi everybody. This has just come out of the oven. Been in about an hour and a half. Beautiful. This is all nice and crispy. And what you're aiming to do is have quite thin slices, just like that, just like you'd carve. Real
And no
nice.
chicken roast.
And no chicken roast. And there you go.
Yum.
So we're going to plate that up, and we'll show you what that looks like with the veggies that were cooked around it and some peas.
Beautiful.
Hey, we've actually
dinner. Oh, wow.
So we've got to 1:45, and we're actually not drunk.
My favourite Christmas song is on at the moment. Everybody's having fun.
Oh my gosh, tell the drunk in the house.
So, Riz has made this superb Christmas roast. It is absolutely one of the best I've had.
Okay.
So,
And it's 100% cruelty
and
free.
it's vegan. So you can eat to your heart's content. No one's been killed. It's good for your health. It's full of protein. No saturated fats.
And it's
Well,
peaceful.
drink. Pour it down with a wine, of course.
Cheers, everyone.
Merry Christmas!
And we will, thanks everybody for your support during the year, and we'll be back in 2018.
2018.
We've got some plans.
We have. What are they?
I don't know. Merry Christmas.